feels like we've been in kind of a real estate hangover lately, hasn't it? It's been pretty slow, but that's changing. So, buyers, have you missed that window of opportunity? Let's talk about that in this week's Money Market Update.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. We're the Hatch Homes Group, and it is our Monday housing market update. Now, before we get into it, remember to like and subscribe if you're enjoying what you're seeing. So it's so interesting how quickly the Portland market shifts. Oh my goodness, you guys. We're going to break down like what happened in the last 6 months and why we're kind of calling this out of hibernation time. But pre-approvals are way up right now. We're seeing multiple offers again. And if you're a buyer, you could be thinking, did I miss a window here? So we're going to kind of break that down for you. And ultimately, I really believe that you need to make the choice to buy or sell when it's right for you, because look at how quickly the market shifts. You got to make it for you when the timing is right and work with the market you're in. But anyhow, let's go into it.
It's a really good point. So let's look at what happened in the last 6 months. We're looking at this article from the New York Times called "A Housing Market Hangover," and it's so accurate. And it's funny because we usually cover articles that are like doomsday and like fear mongering, but this one is actually really on point because it does feel like we have a hangover from what happened in the pandemic, like 2020 to early 2022. And it's a good article because it has a concise recap of that. But in a nutshell, the market stalled because interest rates went up. Duh, we all know that. But it's like the brakes were hit. It was like a screeching halt. And, also buyers were contending with still high prices in the market, as well as an uncertain stock market and inflation and all of those things. And also what I would add to that, like that is definitely what happened. But what I would add is that we always see a slowdown in the market in the late fall, winter months. So that wasn't unusual for us professionals and something that people probably don't think about that much. But yeah, winter is a little bit slower.
Yeah, for sure. And, like it really showed up in our last few months of buyer consults. Like we've been telling buyers, like, look what you can get: repairs, reasonable negotiations with sellers, credit towards buying your rate down. And that was so exciting for us considering the market that we just came from. We're like,
It's
oh
so
my God.
exciting for buyers, right? Like that was a
Yeah.
great
I
thing.
mean, it's still a little scary for them, right? Because interest rates are so much higher, but like, we were just really trying to problem solve them and get them into houses during that window. And so with that increase in multiple offers right now, we're like, like, did they miss a window?
I don't think so. And I mean, I do have an example of like this increase that we're suddenly seeing. It's not like you're going to be up against like 40 offers or 20 offers, maybe not even 5 offers, but like, for instance, I had a buyer who was eyeing this house for a while. It was on and off the market for months and months, in fact, almost a year. The sellers did some repairs and blah, blah, blah. Well, it came back on the market just the other day, and it lasted one day on the market with multiple offers. And one of them was my buyers. So, and then we got backup. So, like, that's kind of something to consider. There isn't that time to really digest and think about it as long as we had the last few months. But that's what we're here for, is to kind of coach you through that. So, buyers, did you miss the window? Not exactly. But again, it just shows how quickly the market can change. And like Angela said before, like don't let these things intimidate you, because the timing is about you and what feels right to you. And you can't just wait for the market to change, because it could happen anytime, really, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, yes, the market has shifted. It's coming out of hibernation, if you will, but like low down payment buyers are still getting the opportunity they deserve to get into a home. And that's really, really huge. There's still longer days on market in general. So like buyers are having that little bit more time. And, like we were talking about this, Michelle, about how there's so many more financeable homes right now for under
Yeah.
400,000, right?
Yeah, that like never happened before, like the big, like not never, but not during the pandemic. During the
It was
pandemic,
a
it's
challenge
really,
under 400. That's
yeah, it really was. But now we're seeing a big increase in listings under 400,000 that are actually financeable.
yeah.
So you didn't really miss the window. There's opportunity for everybody out there, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that if what's happening right now is a sign of what's to come this spring and summer, like buyers get off the fence, get yourself a plan for home ownership. Don't miss the boat here. I mean, like interest rates did go down a little bit. There's still some options for you. Those under 400,000, if you're in a, first time home buyer price point, those are starting to really, really pick up. So do it.
And we're
Now
going
it's
to see kind of I feel grateful because we're going to have what I'm hoping is more stability in the market instead of this like craziness.
yeah.
So yes, it's picking up, but it's not going to be like a wild game, right?
And that's what I really loved about that article, because it does talk about, like a little bit more of like balancing,
Yeah.
like actual data, not like fear of what's happening. So
Yeah. And we'll link that article below. And yeah, remember if you are interested in what the market's doing and your position in it and how we can formulate a strategy for you, set up a free consultation with us. We're happy to meet with you anytime. And please don't forget to like and subscribe and share this, and have a really great week.
thanks, everyone.